Hey everyone, welcome to week 6. Within my discussion video this week, I looked deeper into the native group known as the Wampanoag. The ProQuest historical newspaper database was used, and from this database I selected 3 resources. One of them was from the Washington Post entitled Tribe, Town, Await Decision, Wampanoag Indians Bid for Recognition Makes Some Uneasy. The next article was from the New York Times and is entitled Reverend Leroy Perry Dead, Retired Minister Was Leader of Wampanoag Indians. And the last article, which is also from the New York Times, is entitled Little to be Thankful for in Wampanoag Land. Each of these newspaper articles looks at my topic in a different way, but at the same time, they help paint a small narrative of a few aspects of Wampanoag life throughout recent history. The first newspaper article I chose to examine was Tribe, Town, Await Decision, Wampanoag Indians Bid for Recognition Makes Some Uneasy. This 2005 article breaks down the uneasy feelings individuals who are part of the Mashpee Wampanoag were feeling at the time as the federal government was deciding status claims of their tribe. The federal government would decide if they were an official tribe or not. A decision in favor of the tribe would lead to both housing and educational benefits for the tribe, amongst other positive changes. The article also discusses how the Mashpee Wampanoag are one of the 2 federally recognized groups of Wampanoag in Massachusetts, and those are the only 2 federally recognized tribes in Massachusetts in general. It also discusses an unsuccessful attempt to acquire ancestrally owned lands, which the next article will discuss more in depth. The Mashpee Wampanoag would eventually gain federal recognition in 2007, and like I said, they're one of 2 federally recognized native groups in Massachusetts. The second article I examined was Little to be Thankful for in Wampanoag Lands. This 1977 article, just like the first article, breaks down issues that relate to the Mashpee Wampanoag. And really, the issues this article discusses are a precursor to the first article as well. Within this article, it's explained that the Mashpee Wampanoag were had a bit of tension going between themselves and the town as they were trying to reacquire over 16,000 acres of their ancestral land. This has created a lot of problems because banks wouldn't approve mortgages at the time, pending the decision of the court case, and it halted a lot of development in the region. This article explains that this case was actually created a good amount of an anti-Native American sentiment, and it was interesting because the first article also explained what would eventually happen with the Mashpee Wampanoag, but this is something that happened in the 70s to the Mashpee Wampanoag, so they tie together really well. This specific court case, the Mashpee Wampanoag would lose, though, unfortunately. The final newspaper article, though, that I chose to examine for this discussion was Reverend Leroy Perry Dead, Retired Minister, Was Leader of Wampanoag Indians. While this 1960 article is very short, I think it definitely adds a lot to my presentation. It's essentially just the obituary for Leroy Perry, a reverend and former leader of the Aquinnah Wampanoag, another group of Wampanoag. Leroy was a reverend and also known as Chief Yellowfeather by his people. He became leader of the Wampanoag in 1928, and the article also details how Leroy was very active in Native American affairs at the time. As you can see by all of these articles examined, they really tie into the topic of exploring the Wampanoag, whether it be the Aquinnah Wampanoag or the Mashpee Wampanoag. Whether exploring one group or the other, by examining these resources, we can really see the progress that's been made by these group of Native Americans in recent history. Thank you again for watching my discussion this week, and I look forward to looking at everyone else's.